two great players, Phil Foden and Jack Grealish, have been warned over the conduct by manager Pep after they were left out of City's win over Newcastle on Sunday. The England pair were pictured on a night out after City's 7-0 home win over Leeds United 5 days earlier. Guardiola says, I pay a lot of attention to behaviour on and off the pitch. So they have to be focused all the time, because the distractions in the Christmas time and everything that happens, you must be focused. Yesterday on White and Jordan, Simon had his say on the pair's behaviour.
Foden was away on international duty. He got royally castigated for that. So we haven't seen any behaviour in the international camp. He's now had his card marked at club level. Grealish is a moron. Right, and he needs to be reminded.
Oh, Simon, that's too strong.
Come on.
That's too strong. I know Jack, he's a good lad.
He's a moron. If you go and...
That's not fair.
I don't care if he's a good lad or not. If you repeat the same circumstances and put yourself in a way of it, you give yourself an opportunity to rebuild the reputation you had. He earned a reputation of being a bit of a Herbert back in the day, and he got rid of that reputation. People see him laying around drunk on benches in the summer, which he's entitled to do. Not what you want to see from a professional sportsman, and not what you'd see from Olympic sprinters or tennis players lounging around on drunk as a skunk in Tenerife. But that's what our footballers do sometimes, right? Jack Grealish shed that image, right? Shed it. And then bang, he's being judged by his football. Fabulous. Next thing you know, he's standing on the side of the road, half cut, in a pair of slippers. Then the next thing we see, when he's just establishing himself, and he ain't playing that well for Man City, by the way, just establishing himself at Man City, the next thing, he is now in the eye of a storm for turning up to training in a condition not befitting. That, by my definition, is a moron.
Oh, Simon. A bit strong, Gabby, would you suggest?
I think, I don't know the whole facts of the situation, but I think I've Googled moron to find out the exact meaning, and it's obviously stupid person. I think that's harsh. I feel that Simon does say some good stuff, doesn't he, when he speaks? He's a very clever man, says some good stuff, but he just sounds to me like a bitter ex-club owner who, he didn't go well for him at Palace in the end, dislikes players. You could just picture and negotiate a contract with him, Cass. You know what I mean? It'd be a nightmare. It'd be like, you want? No, you're not having that. Not a chance. So for me, I thought that it was shocking from Simon. I mean, every player doesn't mind being criticised by the media, but when you start name calling, I think it's too much. So for me, not acceptable from Simon. Should apologise to Jack. And even Jim White's comments when he said it, defending Jack. He knows Jack's a good lad. So I just don't understand how you can just go in on someone that harsh.
Cass, I don't think I don't know the whole details. Yeah, there is previous.
Yeah.
But then again, Gaza and great players around the world, Maradona, they all had previous, didn't they? Go back to the greatest of them all, for me, George Best. Listen.
So you'd be a moron. You'd be a moron to Simon Jordan now if you was playing now.
Oh, he calls me a moron all the time. He calls me all the time.
Al, come on. If we look at it this way and we go, have we done stupid things in our career? Have we been immature? Absolutely. I think I never grew up until I got about 28, 29 as a player at times, some of the silly stuff I did. And and I get where Simon's coming from, as in the modern game and expectations, the type of manager you're under. Look, Sir Alex was very much in the same mindset. Sir Alex did that with his United players on a regular basis. If they stepped out of line, and I said earlier, Lee Sharp paid the ultimate price because he didn't get the career that some of the others did, who were brilliant for Man United.
Beckham, Fergie rid of Becks, didn't he, because he didn't like the outside stuff going on.
Yeah, exactly. And he made it quite clear. I just asked, because Gabby knows Jack, is there a part of you that thinks that Jack deep down will think twice about now, maybe I've got to understand the calibre of player I'm expected to be, because we know how good Jack is as a footballer, but there's a standard off the field which I think he needs to recognise.
But I think for me, it's, you look at Pep's comments, he didn't hammer them. There were just light comments that, maybe what they're doing off the pitch needs to be the same as other players to play. But do we want... Every footballer is not going to be your Harry Kanes, your Mason Mounts, who drink exactly the right water, eat exactly the right food. They're normal lads like Foden and Jack. They might like a drink. Like you can't just be expected to become a robot who just, I'm going to do exactly what I should do. Everyone's different. These players are still quite young. Foden especially young. Jack's 26. I mean, when I was 28, 29, I was still doing silly things and going out and getting drunk.
Can I ask you, okay, this question to you then. I didn't act like a robot, and I'm certainly sure you didn't act like a robot. Did you win anything, or did I win anything?
Oh, no.
I think it cost me the chance of winning things?
Yeah, that's a great point, of course. If you want to be the best you can be, look at Cristiano Ronaldo. Probably doesn't touch alcohol, eats the right food, drinks the right amount of water, yes, but everyone's just not like that. Do you know, like you just can't guarantee that every player in the Premier League now is going to be, like, so strict. They want to be the only players that have had some drinks over the last week. Do you know what I mean? And they might see it as, you know what? I can still go and train. I can still go and play. Yeah. I can still.
Gabby, let me ask you this, Gabby.
Yeah.
Why would they? Listen, just to recap, I think Simon's way over the top there. He's a moron. He's not a moron, right? And it's not his fault it cost 100 million either, by the way. That was market demand, okay?
Yeah.
What made them go out together? Did they say, I don't care what Pep says, come on, we're on it? Or did they go out and say, were they drunk? Were they falling about?
They've probably not been told they can't go out. Pep hasn't said that, has he?
I don't know.
He's not said that they can't go out. They're probably allowed to go out. They're friends, they're close. They probably went out and had some drinks. No, Pep's not said they can't go out, so I think Simon's words are very harsh because
moron. And he shouldn't say that.
Yeah, there's no need for that. I think he should apologise.
I think what Simon should say is, look, they're young. They should learn the lessons. But now there's a bit of previous from both. You don't need to do that. You know what your manager's like. He doesn't like it, and that's enough.
Yeah,
you don't have to come out and say you're a moron.
Al, just on that, look, there's one bigger problem here is that if Pep thinks that that's the way, and Jack doesn't change quickly, and Phil Foden, by the way, not just Jack, whoever at City don't do the things he wants them to do, he'll have them out the club. Sane was a problem for him, Pep, and what did he do? He got him out the club and he went off to Bayern Munich. It doesn't... I mean, look, he's still going to win things with Bayern. He's a terrific player. But Pep sets the standard at the football club, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, maybe Jack or maybe Phil might win one day, Pep, the Champions League, eh?
Yeah. Good enough. Both of them are good enough.
They'll have to have water afterwards if they're in the Champions League.
Well, in the Times, right? In the Times, guys, I don't know the whole story. There's previous. Yes, there is. They're young. I don't care what they earn because that is just a way for Look, there's average players in the Premier are getting 35, 40 grand a week. So don't worry about that. A week, don't forget, right? City were content. This is in the Times. City were content for the players to spend time relaxing after the match, but were unhappy with the condition in which both players reported the next day for a recovery session at the club's training ground. So maybe that is the point that we got to look at. Were they in a bad way the next day when they were? Did they know they were coming in, or was it a late shout? Come in and have a wind down, and they took one look and thought, "Poh, this thing."
Well, as well, Al, they probably knew that they were playing Newcastle next, so they probably didn't. If you know you're playing Newcastle, you probably think like, no problem. Well, let's crack on.
Shouldn't have gone to bed either.
Well, look. I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain the majority of text and emails that we're going to ask for now will be the bang out of order. But a moron, come on, Simon.
Yeah, but I think
as
well,
too much.
Al, yes, they probably know that maybe they're in the wrong. Pep's probably dealt with it. They've missed a game. It's forgotten. I'm sure they'll be starting the next game. It's people can make a big thing about this. Like he rotates players all the time anyway. They probably wouldn't have played anyway because of rotation, because they'd played the previous game against Leeds. So yes, they probably will learn from it, but I think it's been made bigger than what it should be. And I feel like Simon, in the future, he's going to have to see some of these players. It's what I don't understand about Simon. It's all right, I've heard him hammer bloody Derek Chisora on talkSPORT. You don't want to bump into Derek now, would he? Out in central London. So I just think he needs to pipe down a bit.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.